A political storm has hit the Lok Sabha elections ahead of the third phase of polling. On April 27, the Karnataka government constituted a special investigating team or an SIT after hundreds of sex videos featuring multiple women allegedly recorded by Janata Dal secular MP Prajwal Ravanna allegedly on his phone came to light. Ravanna is also the NDA candidate from Hassan in the Lok Sabha elections and the grandson of former Prime Minister of India H.D. Deve Gowda. Yesterday, the SIT probing the case issued notices to Prajwal Ravanna and his father, former Minister H.D. Ravanna, to appear before it for questioning. The notice assumes significance since Prajwal Ravanna is said to not be in the country currently and is said to have flown out to Europe on the morning of April 27th, hours before the state government constituted the SIT to probe the sexual abuse allegations. Central to this case is a suit moved by Prajwal Ravanna himself before a Bangalore civil court in June last year, seeking a gag order against 86 media outlets and 3 private persons to halt the spread of what he claimed to be fake news and doctored videos. He was granted an injunction by the court on June 2nd last year, citing the threat posed by the dissemination of such allegedly morphed photos and videos. So what exactly are media gag orders and what have courts previously ruled on their legality? Gag orders or postponement orders temporarily restrain media outlets from reporting on a particular event or a case to safeguard the right to a fair trial. They can also be invoked to prevent the possible defamation and invasion of privacy of an individual. However, blanket media orders have severe ramifications on the freedom of speech and can impair the public's right to know. As per judicial precedents, a threefold test must be adhered to before granting any interim injunction. First, whether there is a prima facie case. Second, whether the balance of convenience lies in favor of an interim restraint. And lastly, whether not granting it will cause irreparable loss or harm to the plaintiff. Courts are also supposed to record detailed reasons after analyzing the facts before granting such a relief. Willful wrongful reporting can also be punished by judicially invoking the power of contempt. However, the Supreme Court over the years has laid down various guidelines detailing the factors that courts must keep in mind before granting such gag orders. In 2012, in the case of Sahara vs. SEBI, the Apex Court underscored that gag orders curtail the freedom of expression of third parties and should be granted only in cases of real and substantial risk of prejudice to the administration of justice or a fair trial. Recently, in March this year, a 3-judge bench of the Supreme Court, headed by Chief Justice of India T.Y. Chandrachud, highlighted the disturbing trend of the affluent securing such pre-trial injunctions against the media, which, according to the court, spell a death sentence to journalistic stories even before the allegations against them are proven right, if ever. While emphasizing that the constitutional mandate of protecting journalistic expression cannot be understated, it ordered judges to not issue such orders in a cavalier manner. In recent years, Karnataka has witnessed a growing propensity of omnibus interim injunctions against media houses from reporting politically sensitive cases. In 2019, BJP MP Tejasvi Surya managed to secure an ex parte injunction from a city civil court in Bangalore against 49 media outlets after a woman accused him of sexual harassment. However, the Karnataka High Court soon stepped in and set aside the order while observing that the citizens have the right to know all information about candidates. In March last year, a Bangalore court restrained 46 media outlets from reporting any defamatory opinion against then BJP MLA Madal Virupakshappa and his son Prashant Kumar. This happened right after the MLA's son was caught red-handed taking a bribe of Rs 40 lakh on March 2nd. Importantly, this was an ex parte interim order, that is, an order passed without hearing the other side. However, opposition leaders have also been successful in securing similar orders. In January last year, Congress leader and Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah got an injunction against the release of a book that allegedly contained defamatory material against the leader and his son. He claimed that this book was written to defame him ahead of the Karnataka Assembly elections that took place last year. The debate surrounding media gag orders underscores the need to achieve a delicate balance between protecting individual rights and upholding free speech and press freedom in a democratic society. Thank you for watching. For more such videos, please subscribe to The Hindu.